morning. Welcome, guys, to the Big Money Meni Book Club. This is David Meni, aka Big Money Meni. We're going to do something a little different today. First time trying this out on the phone, so we'll see how it goes. I'm at the office and just wanted to take a minute to get chapter 4 out there, guys. If you don't know, we are reading Man Up by Bezos Julian, and one of the probably one of the most powerful books I've read. Um, and not that I've read so much, but we're gonna go ahead and share just a quick few, just some notes that I wrote down from chapter 4. Chapter 4 is "Fix the Leaks" from Bezos Julian. Again, a very powerful individual. And let me see if I can get this going. So we got my first time going live on the phone, so bear with me, guys. I ask that you like and subscribe at our channel. We are across the board on Big Money Many on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, um, all the Instagram, and so will be we have some more others. Again, chapter 4, fix the leaks, and he starts off saying that in 2013, as you know, that he's failed a few business ventures already. Failed out at a few business ventures already, and he's pretty much done a lot of things the wrong way, but is really he's very what's the word? He's very damn I can't. He doesn't he goes he's very honest with himself. Here just sharing all of his faults, the mistakes he's made, and as a business owner, you could respect someone who's transparent as he is. Because business is just one of those things, man. If you run a business, you know what I'm talking about. It's you learn as you go, trial and error, a lot of it. And the best thing you can do for yourself is find a mentor, find someone who's done it, find someone who's made it. And so, uh, fixing the leaks is where he's starting to realize that there's a lot of things that he's doing the wrong way. He's being really lazy about a lot of things. And he even brings a lot of people in to try to cover up that mess, right? And so he shares here that in 2013, he just knew he knew that he wasn't a good leader. He knew that there was something wrong. There was something that he's tried to patch over so many times. Um, using different methods, but he knew that it really just came down to him. And for someone to be that transparent and just straight up say, maybe I'm just not a good leader. That takes a lot of guts to admit that. He says for years he's blamed everything. Every time something went wrong, he would blame it all on somebody or something. Everything was fucking up. He would blame it on people. Like most business owners, I thought I was a good leader. He writes here, but the reality was that I was just a very poor and ineffective one. Right. So he talks about how his business, with Fit Body Boot Camp, um, started off with just him, a business partner and an employee, and things started to grow, right? Things started to come together. He started hiring people. They started opening up other branches, and as businesses grow, you gotta you have to grow yourself as an owner, right? Because you got to learn how to manage these people, and if you don't keep up with it, continually working on yourself, um, people are gonna fall through the cracks. You're gonna miss out on a lot of opportunities out there. So at first, he said it was really simple. It was really slow. It was a lot more manageable, right? But as business grew, he learned that he had to grow himself. And he said, instead of learning how to lead a team to success, I did the exact opposite of what a leader should do. He said he avoided responsibility. He chose not to grow as a leader, right? As his business grew. Instead, he showed up late to the meetings. He always was unprepared. And he didn't correct, mentor, or give feedback to any of his employees who needed it. He says he started to avoid, this is the type where he started to avoid conversations that were uncomfortable. And one of the things that I learned in business from my mentor is that you got to do the uncomfortable stuff. You got to go through the uncomfortable stuff, and you can't pretend that everything is under control. You can't pretend that everything's going to self manage itself and that work is going to get itself done. Um, you got to go through the uncomfortable situations, have the uncomfortable conversations, and by doing so, not only will you grow because you put yourself through that fire, because you you know you gone into the fight, man. You went out and put yourself out there, and you accept the responsibility as an owner, and not an employee. See, it's easy to be an employee. As an employee, you can hide behind a company, you can hide behind management, you can hide behind policies, you can hide behind everything. Hide behind your supervisor, your manager, and say it was their fault. They told me to do this. Uh, as a business owner, you got to take it all in stride and be responsible and really step up to the plate. But he says that he was hiding from those uncomfortable situations. Um, he said that I pretended that everything was under control and I assumed that everyone would self manage and get their work done. And I kept my feelings bottled up until they turned into resentment. Resentment turned into adversarial relationships, and that led to a toxic work environment, right? Where everyone walked on eggshells and no one felt safe to voice their concerns. And I've been in an environment like that, where someone was just terrible at communication, and I'm gonna cut it short here because um, because there's a few notes that I want to cover here, but I want to make sure that I dig back into the studio and present this the right way because there's a lot of hard hitting topics here, and one of the big ones is being under a leader who doesn't know how to communicate. When a leader can't communicate, it's it would be very difficult. I'm not going to say impossible, but it'd be very difficult for the team to communicate. If a leader doesn't take the time to be in communication with his team, um, he'd be a fool to expect his team to step up to the plate and just manage the whole communication aspect, right? It's just not going to happen. People are not going to openly, especially if you're in the team and not in leadership, the team is not going to step up and say, well, if it seems like we need to be more communication here, so let's just start it off. The team is not going to do that unless you got some special people on your team. But it's up to the leader to take care of that. It's up to the leader to handle that aspect. Um, and if he's poor in that area of communication, just know that the team is going to fall apart very soon. Very soon. You're very fortunate to have any people at all. I've been under leadership with poor communication, and it was exactly what Bedros was saying here. Um, he expected them to manage themselves. He expected them to step in and get the work done. And what happens is when you don't communicate your feelings like that, um, and the team doesn't, read your mind, what happens is there's resentment. Resentment comes from it, and that led to a toxic work environment where everyone walked on eggshells and no one felt safe to voice their concerns. When the leader is not communicative, then what happens is communication is shot for the rest of the team. The team is not going to want to communicate with you. You see how that works. Purpose here is being an effective communicator so that you can be the best leader possible. And we're going to start off with that. And I'm gonna continue this tonight, and we'll do it back at the studio. Um, and that way we can cover all the notes, and I get all the little banners. It's pretty cool that we can do this on the phone, but I'm not liking the setup here. But just wanted to stop in today because well, we took a few days off. Took a few days off for the followers of the book club, and just know that we got a lot of good things in the works. Bear with me; we're kind of working out the kinks here, setting things up. We got the new office set up, so we're just putting all this together. But A lot of big things coming for this channel, so please stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe, and pick up a copy of your book, Man Up. Definitely a good reader, a good read here, and for anybody who wants to be an effective leader, and for anybody who wants to really step up their game as a man. Straight up, there's a lot of good things you can learn from reading a book and from self improvement. And well, I pray that you guys are doing well. Have a blessed day today. God is good. The Lord still reigns today amidst all this craziness that we got going on. I'm over here taking care of some business, as you can see. But really excited about our future. Really excited about things to come for us, the doors of opportunity that are about to open up for us, and the people that we're going to meet in the process. I'm excited for what God's going to do in your life. So I pray that you be blessed, and we'll see you soon, guys. Have a good day.